he slowed it down exactly the way that needed it to. And even though the pace was something that you would expect from something like maybe like two mid-level players playing it was like he slowed it down and then he won every opening.
Yeah, he slows it down to the point where, I don't know, you almost like question what you're doing when you're like, man, I can't hit this slow fox. What's going on, man? He's just standing there. It's almost like with Westballs too, when he just stands there and up tilts and you're like, man, why do I keep running into this? I'm so bad. Like, I don't know how to do it. And I know both of these players. Obviously, that guy on the right, we've heard a little bit about him over the past little while. Leffen, the man himself from Sweden, what would we call him? If you want to call him the demigod, the god slayer, or just a god in his own right. TSM's own Leffen.
So tell me about the player on the left then.
I'll tell you about the player on the left. He hails from my original region, which is Guelph, Ontario, and he's a Captain Falcon player. Oh man, I'm totally gapping on his name. It's too late in the day for that.
You know, it's understandable. Really,
his brother is the engineer. I remember that.
Got it. Really, this story does revolve around the fact that this is Leffen's first time in North America since being denied entry at the Big House 5.
Obama, why'd you have to do it, man? It's Towel. That's who it is. It's Towel. And he's definitely an up-and-coming Falcon player. He's got really nice movement, usually what you expect from a Falcon. But yeah, so he's going to come out into this one, getting a little bit of a hand warmer in. Leffen, a little bit of the Ataz. We don't want to hear that.
I'm really excited to see what Leffen can bring to the table. Let's take a journey back from these past couple months. Obviously, deported from the United States just before he can enter the Big House 5. And then the next big tournament where we see him at is DreamHack. And that really was not one of his tournaments, was it?
No, it was not one of his best performances.
I think that would have been like a 9th place finish, something like that?
Yeah, he kind of got bodied. So I feel like Leffen has a lot to prove here. Like, this is definitely like his tournament where if he wants people to like really start, like obviously people I take him seriously. That, you know, if he wants to be in contention for saying, listen, I know everyone's talking about Hungrybox and Armada right now. Don't forget about me. Listen, I'm here to play too. Like, I'm here. I'm one of the best in the world. I might be the best in the world. Because when he's on point, like he has this style where it's like. It really is close to perfection. Like, we talk about the perfection of people like Armada and Music King, but like Leffen has that technicality in there too that is just so scary.
I mean, even there, you saw that the up air on the platform was just the second hit, I believe, so that he couldn't get the strong hit, and they wouldn't be able to smash the ion.
Yeah, and he's the type of player who, you know, a lot of people will go for because it's a little bit easier to just go for the standard 2-hit up air. A lot of time they'll kind of test them first to see if they have that technology of the smash DI. Leffen is so good, he's not even going to bother with that. He's just going to do the right thing right off the bat, which I think is what makes him such a unique player.
The time in the lab is paying off. Right now, this Fox is just looking so crisp. That shine, I don't even know if that was even necessary.
Oh no,
gonna put one
that was just one of those because I can moments. And really, Leffen is the type of guy who, like, when you hear him talking about his pools afterwards, like, he measures success in how many 4 stocks he gets. Like, he really talks about that. He's like, yeah, nobody took a stock in my pools. Second seed, no, I didn't take a stock. Yeah, and this is in tournaments all the way up to like Big House level nationals. He will go through pools without losing a single stock, and that really speaks to the kind of player and the kind of mentality that he has.
He just tries to play perfectly every single match, and I think we might be on the verge of a 4-stock here. Leffen, you know, really interesting that he took the high ground there. It was maybe a long-term bait that he was hoping for, dropping through with a shield drop and maybe coming in with an aerial.
Leffen is all over this, man. This is Towel's like, hey, I got a stock. Hey, I got a stock. Jumps out, intercepts Leffen with the side B. You know, if this was PM, he might have been able to live. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is not. So he is sent to the Shadow Realm with Leffen a little bit afterwards. And how do you feel about this counter pick if you were Towel? Now, forgetting the fact that, okay, you're playing Leffen, this is a really tough battle anyways, but what do you think about this? Is this what you would go for, being Captain Falcon?
I mean, on one hand, you do have a lot more room to work with, and if you look at that last match, it just felt like Towel didn't have any breathing room whatsoever, but at the same time, Leffen has a Fox that is so good playing every style of Fox, right? Whether it's up in your face being aggressive or playing patiently with those lasers as well. And so far, he's comfortable playing it aggro, he's comfortable playing it close to face. And even though there's more room really for Falcon to run around here, there's also more room for Leffen to just shine you across the stage.
Oh yeah, he's he's definitely a hard guy to counterpick, I would say. And I think really when you're up against a player like this, and in a matchup like this, you really got to pick to your own strengths as a player. And if you know you're comfortable at the stage, you kind of got to go with it a lot of the time. And also, I think a lot of people really like the potential like jank factor of this stage when they're trying to beat a better player, which is something I also really like Fountain of Dreams for. But a lot of the time, like honestly, the jank in this stage really like plays into Fox's favor anyways. Like the tree, you know, you can get infinite shine into the tree, you get infinite shine into the ledges on the rock transformation. It can just be rough.
It can be very tricky. However, was able to take a pretty clean stock at the end, and a big part of that was just taking the ground really away from Leffen, forcing him into the corner, and then finishing with an E-Bus.
And here we go.
He's actually
doing the
laser.
lasers
with that.
No, this is considered to be the optimal way to do the shine stall, is to get a laser in between, so you tack the damage on faster, so if you do make a mistake, at least you get higher up.
That was incredible.
Clean.
I don't think I've ever seen a Falcon fly off of a stage as quickly as that.
Oh yeah, he had no chance there. He was almost threatening to the point of ending up in a stall situation, having to lose the game. He got to like 250%. Oh, and no, you can't be jumping forward like that. Really quick one for Towel. Towel's probably like, oh, why'd I have to get this seed, man?
And to
get Leffen.
It was just crazy.
So you look at it, it's like, did I have to get Leffen, man? He shook his head at me. He knows.
It was just insane. It felt like, you know, he was taking things seriously for like the whole set.
Sure, yeah.
But like he took it to the next level after he lost that stock.
Yeah, seriously.
It's crazy.
Sometimes you have to like, I don't know, man. That can be depressing when you're going up against a player like that. You want to take it seriously yourself, but at the same time, you're like, there's almost no point, man. Like, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, whenever I'm playing and I'm going against players who are like in that caliber, I always just try to do my best and then ask them questions afterwards.
Right.
So I can improve.
That's the thing that's really nice about this community is 99.9% of the players are super cool, and if you have questions afterwards as a newer player, they're going to answer them for you.